Here we are in Hudson's Bay, disruption time. Had to run in, sprint to bypass security. Here we go, more running. Hudson's Bay actually invented, was integrally involved in inventing the modern fur trade, which originated in Canada. Here we go. Here with Jenny McQueen.
Which is a huge fur store. We tried to get into the
All right.
Eatons Centre.
I think they're trying to get back into the Eatons Centre here. Hang on, folks. The location is yet to be disclosed. Anti-fur disruption. They've actually shut it down. They saw us coming. Well, we'll go back into Hudson's Bay. Security's here, saw us coming, and have just shut it down. All right. All right, let's head to another location here. Let's go back to Hudson's Bay or Saks Fifth Avenue. Security are always ready for us at the Eatons Centre. Be silent. Still disrupting inside here, though. In the passageway. In between two parts of the Eatons Centre here. They've actually sealed the activists inside here. Activists have been sealed inside.
You are holding us against our will. This is an illegal action for peaceful protesters. This is not private property. You're on stolen and occupied land. We have a right to be here. We won't be silenced. And you need to set us free for God's sake.
And there's still marine culture.
So we will not be silenced. We will not be silenced.
Activists are actually barricaded here in the tunnel of the Eatons Centre, Toronto. So they've closed this exit way. They asked us to leave. They were making an effort to do that. And they've shut down that as well. So what are they going to do? Arrest all 100 people? All right, so I guess we'll have to disrupt the tunnel here. Here we are, hovering over downtown Toronto. We're officially locked inside the Eatons Centre. We are locked. So they've barricaded this end here, and they've barricaded that end down there. So they've trapped animal rights activists in a tunnel in between parts of the Eatons Centre, the largest shopping mall in Toronto. What's going to happen?
They just don't want us to cause a scene, and the mall is closing, so they're probably, if anything, they're going to hold us.
Locked inside. They're here advocating for the Toronto fur ban. So they're advocating here for the Toronto fur ban. That's Toronto fur ban. It's a new campaign to ban fur in Toronto, just like they've done in, I believe, Berkeley, Hollywood, San Francisco, Los Angeles, various communities in California. And there's a campaign now underway. There's also a campaign now underway to ban fur in New York City. They're trying to get that done here in Toronto. Meanwhile, these activists are locked inside a tunnel. Security has locked the activists inside a tunnel. As you can see, locked here and locked here. No idea what the plans of security and police will be.
We cry about this culling, about this disgusting act of genocide against our kin and our relations. Using animals for greed and profit is a Western colonial bullshit system. It is what is killing us. It's killing the water, it's killing the land, it's killing the people, and it's killing our kin, the animals, the ones that we are here to protect and live with and live in harmony with. Coyotes are being called. They're being skinned alive. That's against Indigenous law. Whose bodies are not even given that.
So these animal rights activists are now trapped inside this tunnel here in the Eatons Centre, Toronto. They've shut this down and there's activists on the other side.
There's activists inside though.
There's activists inside. This is Saks Fifth Avenue. Saks Fifth Avenue is a particularly egregious, violent, prolific furrier. They're trapped inside here. They're inside here now. And these activists are trapped in here. Organizers Selma and Ashley, two organizers, are asking to be released.
Breaking the law by detaining us here.
Police will be showing up and we'll see what happens. Stand by.
Detain us. We have the right to protest. You do not have the right to detain us here. You are breaking the law by detaining us here. You have no legal right to detain us here.
Still detained. There have been numerous animal rights disruptions inside the Eatons Centre, where these activists are now trapped by security. And they're onto them, and they prevented them from entering. Saw them running through the tunnel and lowered. There's one of these doors, the other end, and trapped them inside. No idea what the plans of security will be. Police will be, obviously have been summoned. I'm going to see what's going to be the outcome here. Escalating for animals.
There is no air in here. You do not have the right to detain us. I can't hear you. I cannot hear you. You do not have the right to detain us here.
And there's not really air inside. There's no circulation here. Wait a sec. Okay, I was on. Go ahead. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Ashley Ollie. Trapped inside. No idea what security has in mind for these activists who are attempting to enter the Eatons Centre and disrupt and promote what they're showing here, which is the fur ban banner. I'll try to get a look here. Can't really get a shot, but it spells fur ban. And they've launched a campaign in Toronto. Very hot inside here now. People may not have water. It's very hot. And all they wanted to do was to advocate for a ban on fur. I mean, it's the most disgusting industry in the world. They're not running into here they're not running into the Eatons Centre demanding that the food court go vegan immediately or shut down immediately, because that's not realistic. But enacting a ban on killing animals for fur fashion, yeah, that's reasonable. That needs to be done. Still no sign of what's going to be probably a large contingent of police. Still being detained. There's some security present here with the activists back here, but I guess they're deciding how to deal with the activists. I guess they're going to have to negotiate a release, or maybe there'll be a mass arrest of 50 people, including children. Technically not even trespassing, because at no point was anyone told not to enter. They entered, and they weren't even told to abort the entrance into the Eatons Centre. They were just locked inside, so nobody was given notice of trespass. Trapped inside, it's just getting hotter and hotter. I'm absolutely sweating buckets. There's no ventilation, there's no water. You know, they were entering the Eatons Centre to speak, not to enter any stores, to deliver a speech on behalf of all the animals who are crushed in traps, brutalized in fur farm cages, anally and vaginally electrocuted, have their necks broken on fur farms for fashion. It's 2019, and security and police should be at least standing by and giving these folks a few minutes to say their piece peacefully. They don't commit any violence, they don't vandalize. They're here to deliver a speech, to advocate a ban on the sale of fur in Toronto. And instead, as you can see with this locked door here, and this locked I don't even know what you would call that, not a door. Entranceways have been locked. We have been locked inside. Everybody call the Eatons Centre now and demand the release. Thank you, Sarah Barbera. Call the Eatons Centre 416-598-8560 and demand the release of the activists trapped in the tunnel right now, because we don't have any ventilation, we have no water, we have little kids here. Take a look. We've got children here. How are you feeling being trapped inside here because you don't want people to kill animals for fur? How do you feel about being trapped for that? How do you feel?
I feel like it's not fair. Like everyone else gets to walk through here, but it's just because of us. And they purposely closed the limits.
Thank you. Not fair. Not fair at all. Dog here is obviously not doing well, being trapped inside with no access to food or water. They don't have the right to do this. Set us free! 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 It's all about this. That's all it is. They just wanted to deliver a peaceful speech here to promote a ban on the sale of the most vile product in the world, which is killing, torturing, and killing animals for fashion. That's all. That's all they ever do. They deliver a 10-minute speech and they leave. What?
The security's blocking the other side now.
So what do they expect? We're just going to sleep here, camp here overnight? What do you think about? You think it's important, Ashley Ollie, for cities to ban fur? There's a campaign here to ban fur in Toronto. What difference do you think it would make if one city bans fur?
Oh my gosh, it would make a huge difference if, New York City's on its way to ban fur right now, and if they do, that would change everything. That would change history, because these are fashion cities, that people are walking around selling, wearing this, making money off this. So these ban fur campaigns, they have to happen. They have to happen now, because the fur industry, this has been going on for so many years. Eating animals, we can debate that. People that want to go vegan for diet, they might question it still, but with fur, this has been going on for decades. People know the cruelty involved. They know. So there's no excuse. So this has to be happening in every city right now.
Right, it's like you're saying, you're implying it's 2019. There's still some people out there who are indoctrinated to believe, I need to consume cow's milk for calcium or meat for animals' flesh for protein. But we know in 2019, nobody who's sane and awake knows that there's any justification for fur in 2019.
Fur protesting, fur activism has been going on for so many years. It's hard to believe that we're still fighting this right now. It's really hard. So all cities need to, if you can start a ban fur campaign in your city, I think if every city is doing it all at the same time, that would even make apply bigger pressure to get this to stop right now.
Yeah, thank you, Ashley, for encouraging other people in other communities to start campaigns, because it's going to be one after the other. New York City will likely ban fur in some form.
Montreal, where I'm from, we're starting something soon. We have a petition up. Malcolm has started the petition.
Malcolm Klimovich, follow him and sign his petition
So we have a petition up, and we're going
to ban fur in Montreal.
Exactly, and we're going to jump on this as well, definitely.
If I can interject with a question as well to Ashley. How does it feel being trapped like an animal?
It feels very uncomfortable right now. If there's, an emergency right now, we can't even escape. We don't know when they're going to let us out right now. There's no ventilation in here. It's very, very hot in here. And, but you know what? It's still nothing compared to what the animals go through. The animals that are trapped and killed, millions of animals in the fur industry every year. It's nothing compared. So a little bit of discomfort, it's okay.
We get to leave, don't we?
We get to leave. We get to go home
The
tonight.
animals get to be taken out of their cage. You're basically anally electrocuted.
Exactly. So
They have it worse.
they have it a million times worse. This is nothing. A few minutes of discomfort is nothing.
Right. Just for speaking up, we're trying to be loud and about what we say, and then the Canadian public knows. We get the police coming after us.
I know it's sad that still we live in a society where we get locked in. In Canada, we get locked in for just wanting to speak the truth about a subject that most people are against. Even if you're not vegan, most people don't like fur. So, yeah.
Police are here now. Let's see who gets arrested or who gets released.
I would imagine that the police are going to
All right. Police are here now. No one was given a notice of trespass. No one was told to not enter. The activists were simply locked inside. And, you know, the air quality is declining. There's like literally no ventilation here. Look. It's just like a bubble. We're in a bubble, and the ventilation comes through these entranceways here. And I can feel like a shortness of breath already. So, you know, what are they going to do? Keep us here overnight? Are they going to arrest everybody? More than likely, police will escort activists through. But right now, we're just locked down, locked inside. The Eatons Centre in Toronto has locked about 50 animal rights activists inside this tunnel. And here, this is downtown Toronto, looking out on Dundas Square. I think this is, let me ask. You know what street this is here? Dundas. All right, so this is Dundas Street. We're in downtown Toronto. We're locked inside. This is our view. Queen Street. Yeah, I thought it was Queen Street. We are locked inside, folks. We've got a nice view, but we don't have a lot of oxygen left. What will police do? Will they start arresting, or will they just try to escort these folks through the Eatons Centre, which is basically closed now? Can anyone give me the time, please? What time is it? Again, as Ashley Ollie was expressing, all we were trying to do was to give a speech to insist on the end of torturing and killing animals for fashion statements. Just a speech, not even entering a store, walking through a mall for 10 minutes at the end of the weekend, right before it closes. Let's see, there's a commotion. Hang on. Some kind of a commotion here. Pardon me?
Don't know if we're getting out still.
Follow this way.
All right. Apparently something's going to happen on this end. Stand by. Okay, apparently something is happening on this end. We don't know if we're being let out of this bubble. Locked in. Push to exit. Cannot exit. Locked inside. Locked down. Locked down. Why don't police just escort these folks through and let them show their signs? Fur ban. Follow Fur ban Toronto. Let me find the name of the page. I believe it's Fur ban Toronto. Hang on, folks. What's the name of the page? Fur ban Toronto? Fur Free Toronto. There's no violence, there's no vandalism, there's no entering stores even. It's a speech for 10 minutes, and they're overreacting. This store doesn't want to let us through. Saks Fifth Avenue is a huge furrier. They don't want to let us through. We're locked down, locked in. Try it again. You never know when they might unlock it. Apparently we're not going to camp here overnight. No, maybe we will be camping here overnight. Now we're moving back in this direction. Police haven't figured out. I'm fairly confident, hang on folks. I'm fairly confident that if with a police escort, there will not be a riot inside the Eatons Centre with an armed escort. Well, if I were the police, I would escort these folks out and allow them to say their piece for animals who are being crushed in leg hold traps, strangled in snare traps, crushed, having their internal organs crushed in conibear traps for fur fashion. Hang on, Ashley has an update.
Police cars outside for just a few peaceful activists fighting for animals.
How many? Okay, so they've actually blocked off the street here. There might be a mass arrest happening. They actually blocked off Queen Street here. These are all police here. They've blocked off the street. Apparently we're going through here, but we've been told that before.
Wow, look at all the people there.
Wow, check it out. And there's people that are actually clapping. Check out this mass mob of people witnessing this spectacle. They're chanting, "Let them out." They're chanting, "Let them out." Look at that. Shoppers are chanting, "Let them out." Set them free. Okay, thank you. They're chanting, "Set them free." A mass mob of shoppers here are demanding the release of us. No exit yet. Police contemplating their next move, whether this is the time they do the mass arrests to make a statement. They've shut down Queens. No, they haven't. They're allowing some traffic through. All right. Still figuring out. Police here still figuring out what to do. Don't know what the thumbs up means. Does the thumbs up mean come on up and arrest these activists en masse, or does it mean we've got it figured out and we're going to escort them out? Meanwhile, there's a mass mob of shoppers here thronged, clapping and chanting, "Set them free." Putting us on social media. Look at this happy shopper here. Well, an activist on the other side. At least wearing an animal rights t-shirt. Look at the support from the public here, demanding that these people be released. And I'm sure all demanding that the fur trade come to an end. Really, like, what is this? What is this trapping of people in this vacuum of a bubble with no circulation, possible mass arrests, when all they're asking for, let's get this straight, they're asking that we stop crushing and confining and electrocuting and skinning, ripping the skins and furs off animals for a collar or a hat or a coat that is only a fashion statement. That is the most minimal ask in the history of social justice. The most minimal ask. Just stop killing animals for a fashion statement. We're upside down now. We've got to be right side up with our priorities in this society. We need to have society, police. Well, society is behind us, but we need to have the powers that be, the police and the system, supporting people who want to end the brutalization of our fellow earthlings, which is just the brutalization of us and the brutalization of the earth. Still no release. Door appears to be open now, and they do appear to be... No, they are not exiting. There is a door open. They've not been released. There is an activist at the door. All right. All right, it looks like they're just going to go through. Listen to the cheering.
Not
a massive sea of shoppers applauding these animal rights activists and their crusade, and our crusade to ban fur in Toronto. Incredible. Incredible.
Not ours! Not ours! Not ours! Not ours! Okay, there's another mass throng of activists and supporters down here on Queen Street. People everywhere putting this on their social media. This is going to be viral, folks. Share the hell out of this. Make this viral. Create impact and social change by sharing. Okay, we still look like we're locked in here. Officer being very aggressive with his whistle here. Some violence and assaults going on here. Blowing whistles in our ears, causing hearing damage. Wow, actually trying to cause hearing damage. Block your ears. Wow, police trying to cause hearing damage. Blowing these shrill whistles, trying to cause hearing damage. Wow. 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 Hearing damage. Causing hearing damage. Look at that. Hey, hands off. Fuck. Are you okay? What just happened? Fucking. Are you okay? Not ours. Not ours. Ashley Ollie was just attacked by police. Can you face me, Ashley? Okay. We'll talk later. I can't hear you too well now, but Ashley was just attacked. They smashed her head into a megaphone.
Put their hands on me. This is the first time in activism this ever happened. And it's very sad. They were blowing whistles in our ears. And they were trying to, cause hearing damage. It was, disgusting. Violence. Committing violence to non-violent people.
Violence to people who only want to speak.
Yeah, that was, very, very disappointing. I'm very disgusted with the Toronto police force.
So violent. They seem to be...
So much protesting, so much activism, and this is the first time I've been, it's kind of like a scary feeling when you have people that are supposed to protect you, putting their hands on you, and purposely smashing you into a building.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
I'm okay.
They were intimidated because we were filming their intimidation.
We do not respond when we see violence. We have to be very careful. We have to protect our activists. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry you experienced this.
Okay, it happened. Yeah, they were very violent to non-violent activists, so that's a very sad, you know?
We want lawyers. We want lawyers from you. What happened to us?
Did anybody get that on video?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, okay, because the car literally just took me and smashed me right
I'm
into
going
a
to film
pole.
what happened because it's not like we
All right.
will be consulting with lawyers as to what exactly happened in there. We were exiting the Eatons Centre, and it's very unfortunate that police just kind of lost control as we were exiting.
Police completely just blew a gasket and went violent, attacked Ashley and others.
They were completely stressed out. It's a very stressful situation for everyone when we're being deafened by the police whistle.
Thank you, Jenny.
Yeah, thank you.
So Jenny's saying that we're going to consult our lawyers. We've got excellent animal rights lawyers here in Toronto. Gary Grill and his team will be receiving footage from this live stream. I'm going to look back. I know I captured some of the assault on my partner, Ashley, and I certainly captured the assault of the whistling into the ears. I had my earplugs. I always wear earplugs.
Smart. I wish I had earplugs at that moment because the noise of those whistles, and they were coming up to our ears and purposely blowing them into our ears. Like, why?
Because they're out of control, they're violent. They know it's going to cause hearing damage. Those are very high-pitched, powerful whistles. And
even as activists, when we use like noise, megaphones and whistles, even though we disrupt people that are, killing and abusing animals, we know not to, point megaphones even in people's ears. We're aware of that, even when we're disrupting disgusting companies like Canada Goose. But police are purposely,
attacking
I
us.
was filming that, and
That's
they got mad. I think that I was filming that.
And that's a critically important point by Ashley here, that when we are out there and we're protesting violent people who torture and murder for a living, we won't megaphone in their ear because we don't want to cause the hearing damage. We're not violent. We don't even want the violators to be injured. We don't want to cause anyone an injury. But police here attacking us physically for simply being present physically, for wanting to speak. Yeah, you seem okay, Ashley. We just want to make sure there's no ringing in the ears. Let's see if there's a street blockade that happens. Wow. Guys, tell me, who's been watching for the last 10 minutes, how much of that violence did I capture? I certainly captured the police blowing police whistles, and that is a powerful noisemaker into the ears of activists who were exiting. They were exiting the Eatons Centre. They were absolutely exiting, and they were just violently, arbitrarily blowing those whistles into the ears of people. It's just being vindictive. They were vindictive. They're on a power trip, and they didn't like that their authority had been defied, and that their authority in the sense of you can't disrupt any of the establishment that we, the police, are protecting.
Terrible behavior from police because this is Canada and we have the legal right to protest in Canada, which we've been told by many police officers. We have the legal right to protest. We were not breaking any laws. So,
you know what? As Ashley just said, we weren't. Let me get on this side of you, Ashley. This will work better. We weren't breaking any laws. We had never been given a notice to not trespass in the Eatons Centre. Now we're going to go and we're going to do another segment of this action, this anti-fur action. This is the epic Toronto sign here. We're at City Hall. And we're going to go and we're going to do a photo op for our social media, for all the people here. And we're going to make sure that fur ban happens. We're here at City Hall in Toronto now for the next part of this day of epic anti-fur activism. It's all part of the Animal Liberation Conference happening in Toronto this weekend. Let's see what's going to happen here. This place is packed. All right, we're packed. Packed. There's something going on here. Oh, here we go. You want to, Ashley? Something's happening here. Something's going on here. This is a very bold group of people. I always keep my eye on these activists. Very, very bold. Ban fur. Let's see what's going on. They're going on to the Toronto sign. I think. All right, here we go. Let me just head them off at the pass here. All right, what's happening? What's happening? Keep your eye. Here we go. They're going to overtake the Toronto sign. This is an iconic Toronto sign at City Hall in Toronto.
We will not be silent.
Let me step back so you can get the full picture of what's going on here. Wow. How many activists?
Maybe go get some ice because I'm a little sore.
Are you a little sore? Okay, Ashley Ollie is feeling sore. Let me take a look at your ear.
Yeah, it was like kind of the side of my head.
Okay, there's no blood or anything?
No, it's okay. It's just sore. It's
Okay, there was an impact from police because police attacked you. Okay, Ashley, go take care of yourself. I'm gonna... Here we go. Ashley, do you feel okay? I'm gonna ask, do you feel anything, like any symptoms? Nausea, dizziness, or anything?
a bit sore, but I'll be okay.
Do you mean like a ringing in the ear or from the impact, the police impact?
It wasn't like, it was a little bit of an impact, but I don't think no damage caused or anything. I'll be okay.
I'm sure you're
It's just
fine.
sore, yeah.
Thank you for being so brave.
Yeah.
A warrior. Thank you. And all these other warriors.
The animals.
And here we've overtaken the iconic Toronto sign. People putting it on their social media. There's a sweet picture. Freed from that tunnel in the Eatons Centre after, I don't know how long that imprisonment was. 45 minutes. Sweet picture. There is a campaign to ban the sale of fur in Toronto, which would be historic. If fur was banned in Toronto, that would be the end of the fur industry. Folks, check out the Facebook page of Fur Free Toronto. There might be a website too. Let me know if somebody can look that up and let me know in the comments here. But like and follow Fur Free Toronto on Facebook. Let's get fur banned in Toronto and in New York City. If it goes down in New York City, that's the end of the fur industry. But let's add Toronto to the list. Once these two cities go down, the fur industry goes down. They were chanting Fur Free Toronto.
Thank you, everybody, for helping out with this action. Apologies to those who were trapped inside Eatons Centre, and thanks once again to those who supported us from the outside. We're all here now. Let's continue. Keep up the fight.
Let me get up close and personal with the images of the animals, because that's what it's all about. Let me speak to them. Coyote, so this represents a coyote in the process of being skinned. Canada Goose will use a strip of fur along the spine. We'll use that for the trim along the hood and check out the rest of the coyote. And they'll typically be killed in leg hold traps, crushing the legs, but also with snare traps that will strangle the coyote, and often just bullets to the head Thank you, folks.
Also, Legion, there's been a suggestion that we do one more single file up
All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Who's down to do that?
Please share this live stream of this dramatic disruption and attack on animal rights activists. Please share it. Submit complaints to Toronto Police, the Mayor of Toronto. Follow Fur Free Toronto. Follow Ashley Ollie, the premier organizer of anti-fur and anti-Canada Goose activism in Toronto. Follow Jenny McQueen over here, another premier organizer. And follow Fur Free Toronto. And also look up Furban NYC, Furban NYC, and support their campaign to get fur banned in New York City, which is already well on its way. And once that happens, the fur industry will go down. That will have repercussions around the world. We're going to get it done, everybody. If there's any more drama, I'll be back. So keep an eye on my page. Thank you for now, everyone. Thank you for tuning in, for your support. Please share. Get the word out. Make this viral. Change the world. Thank you.